Hello, and welcome to another video tutorial from Oklahoma City University's Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning. In this video, I would like to show faculty how they can edit a grade category within their D2L gradebook. You can see here that I have my course open in D2L. First, I'm just going to navigate to the grades link in my course navbar and click on it. I have my gradebook set to load on the Manage Grades screen, which you can change here in this settings button right here. Yours might be loading to the Enter Grades screen. If that is the case, please select Manage Grades at the top. Now let's say here is a category right here that I want to rename. And just real quick, let's differentiate between a category and an item. So the grade category is like a folder in which we are going to place several grade items. The grade items themselves will be eventually tied to the individual activities. So for example, this grade item is a discussion board, and you can see that I have associated it with the discussion activity. Here, I just want to rename the category or the folder that these two assignments are in. So in order to edit this category, I'm going to click the drop-down arrow next to the title, and then I'm going to click Edit. Here, let's say I want to rename this to Weekly Discussions, and you could change the weight of that category if you're using a weighted system. If you're not, then that would not appear. You could also, if you're using the weighted system, change how that distributes the points across all the items within that category. So let's say, for example, I was going to have 8 weekly discussions, and I wanted to have each one of those worth 10 points, right? So if I want to manually type in those points for each item within the category, I would select this first one. If I want to distribute the weights by points across all items kind of automatically, I would set that second option, and I would want to make sure that, for example, if I was going to use 8 discussion boards and they're each worth 10 points, I would change this to 80. And this setting says, okay, I want you to take all items within this category. There's going to be 10 or 8, and I want you to split them up evenly according to that. So that would be 10 points each. Or you can distribute weights evenly across all items, right? And so this is basically just distributing the weight across all individual items within that folder. And you can even tell it to drop the lowest non-bonus item within that category. So for example, let's say I wanted to create 6 assignments, but I only want 5 to actually be counting towards the final grade. Maybe that 6th assignment would be a practice assignment. I'm going to head and I'm going to let my students complete that assignment and give them a grade for it. But by the end of the term, if at the end of the course, if I'm only going to keep 5 out of those 6, I can tell this category drop the lowest non-bonus item that is in this category. And if I just want to drop the one lowest item, I would type 1. If I wanted to drop the 2 lowest items, I would type 2, so on and so forth. Then you can adjust some display options for what the students see. Do you want your students to see kind of the class average for the entire course? Do you want them to see kind of a chart showing how grades are distributed across the course? And then finally, if you want to show individual points within the gradebook, weighted Each one of those items within the gradebook, the grade symbol would be like the letter A, grade letter B, grade letter C, so on and so forth. And then the grade scheme color, let's say they earned an A, this one would be green. They earned a B, it might be blue. If they earned a C, it might be orange. If they earned an F, it might be red. If you wanted to edit these options, you would check that override box. And then let's say I wanted to remove the option of showing the scheme color. So that's the cell background of that category. Unchecking it, it's not going to apply a color within the gradebook. I like to have that though, so I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to undo these, and that's how you can edit your grade category. You would just simply hit save and close when you're finished. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning.